Hey, welcome back, guys. This is our fourth PowerPoint reading in our India empires and rulers section unit. You'll probably have some fun today, guys. Have a few tough pronunciations today, so I hope nobody laughs at me. I know Team 8 knows I mess up often. We welcome everybody to Team 7, Team 9, Mr. Lockett, Miss Carroll's class also. This is our last reading in this section. Now we're doing the Gupta Empire. Now this is the most recent. It's 350 AD to 550 AD. So it's one of the newer uh, people we have studied this year so far. Okay, there's kind of our video, our Drake video, one last time. Come on, guys, watch it one more time, and it will stick in your brain. I know it gets repetitive, but you'll remember it on test day. The Gupta Empire. Chandragupta I was from 320 to 374 AD. Chandragupta, is no relation to the previous rulers of the same name, created the Gupta Empire. He used whatever means necessary to remain in control. This is the section of India that he controlled. The trade items. The Gupta Empire grew wealthy from trade. Salt, cloth, and iron were common trade goods. The Indian people were the first to domesticate the production of cotton, which we wear every day. The iron, they were the first to incorporate iron into the construction of stone buildings, which we use today. You may have heard of rebar. The Chandragupta I. Under him, arts and sciences flourished. Hinduism became the dominant religion. Next, Chandragupta II, from 374 AD to 415 AD. And we do have a video link here that you can watch. It's very informative. He eased the tax burdens, which was a great relief on the people. Arts and sciences continued to flourish. The empire weakened after his death and did eventually collapse in 550 AD. Here's an example of the iron pillar at Delhi that was commissioned by Chandragupta II after his victory against Vihalakas. It honors the Hindu god Vishnu. It stood for more than 1,600 years without rusting or decomposing. The economy and trade. Monsoon winds took ships from India to Egypt. Let's see, up the Red Sea, across the short land area, and up the Nile. Carried goods overland to Alexandria. From Alexandria, the goods could then reach the Roman Empire. We have two more documentaries. The Tales of Ponchotantra, about 30 minutes of stories, and a very nice documentary on what the ancient Indians knew. But the Ponchotantra is a collection of fables. Many of you may have heard of Aesop's fables. These are little stories that have a moral basis for each ending. Math was a major achievement. Abstracts, negative numbers, and algebra. We mentioned before the number zero really was huge. We would not have computer systems without that. Astronomy. They identified 7 planets, understood the rotation of the Earth, predicted sun and moon eclipses. They could predict down to the second when these things would happen. They were very accomplished. Medicine, they could set bones. They had evidence they were performing plastic surgery. They had free hospitals. They knew about the need for cleanliness and disinfections, and they even had a smallpox vaccine. Other achievements, the inoculation, which is the practice of infecting a person with a mild form of the disease so they'll not become ill from a disease of the more serious form. We see now we're developing a virus protection for the COVID vaccine we're working on. The Vedas of India are ancient collection of sacred verses, hymns, prayers, and teachings. And there's a page out of that over there. And the two of their sacred texts are the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. Both tell about brave warriors and their heroic deeds. The Mahabharata is a long sacred text. It's about 88,000 verses. It was written by several authors at around 100 BC. It describes a great war for control of an Indian kingdom about 1,000 years earlier. Its best known section is the Bhagavad Gita, or Song of the Lord. This is a photo here to represent that. And it contained many of the central beliefs in Hinduism. The Kalidasa and Ponchotantra. The Kalidasa is an important writer from the Gupta Empire. He wrote many plays, poems, love stories, and comedies. The Cloud Messenger is a popular poem by him that contains a beautiful description of northern India's mountains, forests, and rivers. That's the top image on the left. The Ponchotantra is like Aesop's fables. These tales include animal characters that are presenting life lessons. And we had a link to the Ponchotantra in an earlier slide here today. The Harabata was the leading mathematician of the Gupta Empire. We have a statue here in his remembrance, in his likeness. One, he was the first scientist to use algebra. He is an Indian mathematician to develop the idea of zero and the symbol to represent it. The zero meaning nothing. Again, we could not have computers without it, the binary code, zeros and ones. They also explained the concept of infinity, of something that goes on without end. And for the Gupta mathematicians created the symbols for the numbers 1 through 9 that are used today. And 5, they invented mathematical algorithms or a series of steps that solve a problem. And that's what we use in the computer programming today. And we see the funny little clip when Aryabhata checked my answer sheet, he invented the zero, assuming you did bad. Some other achievements, they made advances in metallurgy or metal technology. They made steel tools and an iron pillar in Delhi in 400 AD. It's hardly even rusted today. So they had a lot of wonderful accomplishments. Hope we did excellent on today's Edpuzzle, guys. This is our last video in this unit, so we will be getting you guys ready for your upcoming test. So we get ready for that coming up tomorrow. So good luck, guys. Reach out to us with any questions. If you need to do any makeup work, reach out to Mr. Lockett, Ms. Carroll, and myself, your team teacher. The next 2 days on the 17th and 18th, we'll have some fun activities and makeup time. But good luck, guys.